You're listening to the Last Man In podcast. Covering Winnipeg hockey and the NHL.
Scheifele dances his way in. Scheifele scores! Blake Wheeler finds the far corner. And the Winnipeg Jets win it in overtime.
Woo, woo, woo. Last Man In episode 110. Lots to cover on today's episode because, guys, hockey's back. There's actual hockey being played on television.
Yep.
Even though it's on Sportsnet, there's still hockey.
True.
Yeah.
There is.
So we'll talk about what we've thought of the World Cup and the exhibition games so far, as well as setting up for the World Cup starting later this week. We'll also touch on what Tortorella said about the U.S. Anthem and sitting his players if they chose to sit during the Anthem. TSN came out recently with their point projections for the 2016-2017 season, so we'll go over some of the notables as well as where some of our favorite Jets players are ranked on that list. And Ovechkin yesterday in an interview was critical of the playoff format, said that it wasn't fair that they had to play the Penguins in the second round. So we will talk about that as well as Michel Therrien ripped one of his players a new one behind closed doors, allegedly. We don't know how true it is, so we'll talk about the allegedness later on in this podcast. And of course, mailbag as well, because there's lots of news that happened.
Sounds like there's lots to talk about.
Because there's hockey.
It's September.
So let's start with the World Cup. Have we watched any of it?
Lots of it. Bits and pieces.
Lots of it?
Yes.
And what are your thoughts so far? First of all, before we even go to kind of individual teams, what do you think of the tournament as a whole so far? Because we were all critical of it earlier this year. What do you think of it right now?
I have to say one thing. Some of the jerseys are awful.
What's in Europe?
Europe, North America, away
I like
jerseys.
North America away
the
jerseys.
white and the gray. Ugh.
You know what? I like the white and the gray better than the black
Ugh.
ones. Because the black ones are really hard to read.
I like the black and the orange. That looks good.
It looks good up
Gray-
close,
ugh.
but on TV, it's hard to see. The Europe ones are real bad. They're gross.
Yeah. They're bad.
My favorite ones by far are USA ones. For both home and away.
Sweden and Finland.
I like
yeah.
the Americans.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Sweden and
Finland's
Finland.
pretty sweet. Sweden didn't change anything, so theirs are really awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
No, it's international hockey. It's from all the guys dropping out, I thought it was going to get really bad. But no, the quality's been great. And anyone who thinks, I know there's been exhibitions, but the first two Canada-US games are great. They really don't like each other at all. And what we at least what I noticed, or what I got thinking in my head after the US beat Canada 4-2, I think in the first game. In the first game, US beat Canada. We were all ripping on US, wow, that team is trash. They actually built a team okay, this is our top line, this is our second line, this is our third line, that's definitely our fourth line. The only question is goalies with them, it's who's going to be the number one. When they played Canada didn't have those lines. They just had the best of the best, and the fourth liner guys, you can't get Giroux, Thornton, and Couture, I think is a line. Maybe either way, Giroux and Thornton. Those guys, sure, they can penalty kill, but when you're putting them against actual star fourth line or third line guy, bottom six guys, they can't compete against those guys at all because they won every battle. The U.S. won every battle.
It's just grinding your opponent out.
Correct, but then the next night is when Canada, they readjusted, they made some adjustments, and then Canada beat them 5-1.
Sat Crosby.
Did they?
They sat Crosby for the second game.
Nah,
but to that point, it's something that you've mentioned with World Juniors where Canada was one of those teams that just grabbed the best that they could instead of building for lines. So you're saying the USA is more of a line building.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Big time.
I think you know who the top six forwards are, and you know who the bottom six.
Oh, clearly,
the top.
You know, in Patrick Kane, you know, in Pavelski, Patrick Kane, Parise, Blake Wheeler, when those guys are on the ice because they have the puck, they're moving it. The fourth line guys, they're just forechecking, hitting, they don't have the puck a lot, and the shots, they're walking in from the blue and just shooting it, or as close as they can, they're shooting it.
Actually, very interesting. John Tortorella wanted to see what the other 6D besides Dustin Byfuglien looked like, so instead of benching Byfuglien tonight, he's playing forward.
Yep.
He's on the fourth line.
Against Finland?
Yeah.
Really?
He's playing with Backus and I don't remember who
Oh, God. That's
So-
Sure, him and Backus love each other.
No, well, hey, I'd love to play against, a guy who I'm a nemesis against on his line.
Yeah.
Imagine what you could do. Wreak havoc.
Baggins is one of
So-
those guys that, if he's with Bufflin.
So
that's
Bufflin
fun
could be a
line.
forward for the tournament, which
Could be interesting.
interesting.
So the top 4 of the first 2 games, one of them is playing forward and 2 of them got benched. Is what you're telling me?
Dubinsky and Palmieri, I think, got benched for Bufflin.
Oh, those are forwards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 4.
I believe tonight, at least tonight.
Because USA's taking on Finland, and someone else was played earlier today. I
Has
forget.
anyone watched any of North America?
I did. Oh yeah, I watched both games.
They look fast.
Do they? They look fast, but is it that they're that good, or is that Europe is that bad? Because they've scored 3 goals from behind the red line or at the red line.
But Halak's
Joe's
not
got
that
2 of
bad.
them.
Halak's not that bad of a goalie. Like, he's not. We've never talked about Halak ever being that bad of a goalie. Speaking
Halak-
of that, Yaroslav Halak yesterday, they were playing in Montreal, and he was cheered because of his time there.
Actually, well, speaking of, did they play in Montreal or Quebec?
They played 1 game in Quebec, 1 game in Montreal.
Well, the game in Quebec, Bill Daly mentioned, because that's like the new Videotron Arena. Or
Yeah,
what's it called?
Videotron is what it's
Yeah,
called.
Videotron Arena. He said it's a first-rate arena and could definitely accommodate an NHL team. Stop teasing, Bill Daly. Give us a team. Trade him.
But the dollar.
Move a team. But the dollar.
Dollar, right
The
now.
dollar.
But-
Can't. The dollar.
And
well,
especially for somebody going down to Ohio, it's fucking garbage.
What
Like,
is?
the dollar right now.
Oh,
Canadian to
It's
American
better
conversion is
now. It's
awful.
almost 80 cents now.
No, it's not. It dipped today. It's like 71 again.
wait, you're going where? Are you going to OH?
Don't tell me that.
Ohio.
I'm going to the States in 2 weeks.
No,
and I
are you
haven't
going
taken
to
money out yet.
OH? Are you
I-O.
shitting me? Come on.
I don't know what that means.
It's the Ohio State chant. Half the crowd goes, OH, and the other one's like, I-O.
You know what? I
But
like.
what's round on the edges and high in the middle?
Sorry.
Ohio.
Sorry, I like Wisconsin better. If I had to pick a Big Ten team, it'd be Wisconsin.
Really? Over Ohio State?
Fuck yeah!
Ohio State wins championships. I've
That's
never
fine.
heard of the Badgers winning
It's fine.
anything.
They've won a Rose Bowl, a couple.
Oh, that's
They're not as prestigious of a
They're
program.
the up and comers.
Hey, who beat LSU? Yeah, Wisconsin did. That's all that matters.
That's one game.
Who was good? Who was good this year in fucking NCAA basketball? Wisconsin was. How was Ohio State? Better.
Ohio State has
I
more money.
don't cheer for first-rate teams. I'm a Leaf fan. What do you expect?
They're technically a first-rate team, just
Yeah.
with like fourth-rate team like mentality for some reason.
Apparently.
No, yeah, World Cup is awesome, and I've changed plans because I realized that it started this weekend, and I'm like, oh, I'm busy that night. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, hockey's back. No, it isn't for a month. Hockey's back. I've changed. Actually, on Friday.
Trust me.
On Friday, I dipped out of a potluck / partly because I don't know how to cook. So I dipped out of a potluck to watch the game.
Nice.
And they had it on TV. They're like, no, just come hang out. I'm like, no, then I have to cook. And I know someone's going to listen to this who was there. So I know.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, I guess the $1 million question. With what we've seen of the World Cup, would you mind if this replaced the Olympics?
What do you mean, like once every 4 years?
If this was once every 4 years.
Definitely.
You're okay if it replaced the Olympics?
Yeah, for like what's the
Permanently.
same players?
If
Right?
there was no Olympics
Yeah.
and just World
Oh,
Cup every 4 years,
yes.
you take it? Okay.
Yeah, even with the time change,
Either
it's
or.
better. I like it.
Yeah.
The one thing I would like, though, like, if they're going to do this at once every 4 years, to do different hosts, like World Juniors. Because then, like, I'd love to see the international ice, because they're playing, like, you could tell that Canada, U.S., even the North America team, they're throwing their body around a lot compared to, like, Sweden and, Finland's are always...
But
the
you
pesky
put North
Finns.
America, like, under 23s, and realistically, like, guys like Austin Matthews and
It
Mitch
doesn't-
Marner will have a chance if it's in another 4 years, right? Because you'll play for it twice.
Oh,
so,
well, even like... Oh, I thought you were going to say about
No.
the ice factor. Young guys, it doesn't matter. They
No,
can
no,
go
I mean-
all over the ice.
no, I mean, like, if it's international and you get to see, like, some of the young guys play, the under 23 team on an international ice surface would be scary to watch.
Oh, Travis
Especially against,
Konechny's
like,
going to look so good.
especially
over there.
against Europe.
So good. Travis
Oh, yeah.
Konechny, so good.
Is he going to be under 23?
He's
next time?
19 right now, so
So
yeah.
4 years from now, he'll be 23, yeah? No, it's under 23. Or is it 23? You have
I don't
to be,
think he is 19 yet.
Okay, it's 23 by November or something.
Well, Brandon
or October or
Saad's
something.
the oldest on the
Yeah.
roster, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anything
I don't know
else?
his birthday.
Anything else so far stand out to you guys?
For the Europe,
No,
jerseys are
just
bad.
overall World Cup stuff.
For World Cup, anything stand out?
Not particularly.
Trying to think. weird. I don't know. It's just the first couple minutes of both games. I'm referring to both games, Canada, U.S., and then North America, Europe. It was different seeing like how they felt each other out and see like, oh, are we gonna try? Are we not gonna try? Canada, U.S. started just like, yeah, we hate each other. We're gonna fight you. Yeah. And then North America, Europe. It was just kind of like watching a beer league game right off the hop.
Yeah.
Because it was just no. You know what? Here, women's hockey. Not knocking it just because there was minimal hitting but high skill. Like they focused way more, and then they started hitting each other, and then they just like Nathan McKinnon's penalty shot was just ridiculous.
Were you guys impressed at all by Mark Scheifele playing with Connor McDavid and Johnny Gaudreau?
He didn't stand out to be like he didn't look bad, but he didn't stand out.
I didn't see any of the games.
He was in mid-season form hitting posts. Pay a guy $6 million.
Yeah, he just gets it out of the way right now.
Exactly, might as well. No, like at least my opinion so far has been it's been exciting to watch, but I've the disappointing thing is I haven't been able to watch as much as I'd like to. I'm on the other side of the fence where you guys probably wouldn't mind the World Cup. I like the Olympics more. I like seeing more countries, and I think having the Olympics it doesn't force, but it causes more countries to be almost put more money into those events. Like we know for sure every year that basketball happens, USA is going to win Summer Olympics basketball. We know that.
And if it's not USA, it's Argentina. So.
With hockey, we're not sure. And then if more countries start getting on par, because let's be honest, like Sweden and Finland didn't start off as powerhouses when it came to hockey. They grew into powerhouses. So if you get Slovakia, and obviously, we're going to smaller nations when you talk about Norway or Latvia, but it'd be nice to build these countries as almost building their programs up to become a standard like Finland or Sweden. It'd be nice to see. And I think if you have the World Cup and you eliminate that, like one of the shocking things on Team Europe, there's a lot of German players. I did not realize how many German players were on that team.
Mm-hmm. The only one off the top of my head for some reason is Thomas Greiss and Draisaitl.
Draisaitl, there's more.
He's the Wolf.
What?
Thomas Wolf.
No.
Do you know what I would like to see? How many teams are there? How many teams?
8.
10?
If they're going to do it every 4 years or whatever, 2 years, you take top 8 scorers in the league from that year, they each get a team and they draft.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's what I want to see.
But then...
that's an all-star tournament.
Yeah. That's fine. I want to see it.
You do see it. It's 3-on-3 tournaments.
No, I don't like 5-on-5.
You want to see tournament. Like the top... That's interesting.
They can keep the Olympics. I'm fine with the Olympics.
Yeah, I'm fine with the Olympics.
Or like Team Red, Team Blue, Team Yellow. But then we can start a race thing.
If they're going to do both...
Why would it be a race thing?
Always a race thing.
It's never a race thing.
If they're going to...
Speaking of race things.
If they're going to do both, if the Olympics are going to be a thing, why just make something different?
Every 2 years.
They should get rid of the All-Star game anyways. It's stupid. Have a full tournament where they actually they can draft from the whole league. It's not saying here's 20 players.
And John Scott's going first overall, right?
Maybe.
That's what we would
But then you could also, at that point, you could be buddy-buddy with a guy and, have no hope in hell. And then I'll use Scheifele as the example. Scheifele is a captain. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to draft Mark Stewart. Boom. Takes him 7th round.
Why not?
Right?
It would be entertaining.
It would be fun.
I
don't know. I think there's a special amount of pride for a World Cup to represent your country. I just think it's crappy for places like Germany, Switzerland, Slovakia, that they can't represent their country. Granted, if we had, let's say, no Team Europe and our 3 teams were Germany, Switzerland, and Slovakia, there would be no Anze Kopitar because he's Kazakhstan.
I'd much rather see one Team Europe than Kazakhstan or those garbage teams.
No, and I agree with you.
Sorry, their teams are bad. Their country's not bad, nothing against the country. It's just, I'd much rather see a semi-competitive North America or under-23 or Europe compared to Canada playing Kazakhstan and Ottawa World Juniors. They beat them 15-0 or 16-1. Mm-hmm. No, they didn't. They beat them 16-0 and they had 11 shots on net. Canada could have won that game without a goalie. Without a goalie, they could have won that game. They counted zone entries. It was under 30 for that game. Because I remember, this guy was just learning, backlogging advanced stats, and he did that game. Just ridiculous. Don't go watch it. It's a waste of your time.
So on another note, and to move on, before the World Cup happened, obviously, I'm sure you guys, anybody who's around sports has heard about Colin Kaepernick and his protests. So in an interview beforehand, John Tortorella was asked what would happen if one of his players decided to sit during the American National Anthem. he said that player would be benched and would not be allowed to play. What are your thoughts?
He
on
would
that?
sit there for the rest of the game.
He would sit there for the rest of the game.
Okay,
I was gonna say honestly, I'm fine with that.
Okay, I'm okay with it in terms of the coach flat out told, like, I'm sure, I don't know what went on in the 49ers dressing room. Like, obviously Kaepernick didn't mention it, but he's been doing this all preseason. He just got noticed on the last preseason.
He's not the only one doing it now, too.
Well, of course,
there's
he
more
started
people.
like a movement, and it's obviously it's not about like, oh, I hate America. It's about the situation and like the race agenda that's going on in the North America and the world at the moment, and it's to bring light to these things. So I understand the movement that it's not about hating America or hating a military or anything like that. It's about making a stand, and if you don't make a stand now, when are you ever going to make a stand? Mm-hmm. But I understand Tortorella saying that, like, okay, well, if you're going to make it about you, it's not about making it about you, but in that instance, it would be making it about you because you would be doing it. Then you have to understand the implication that's going to happen. With a coach like Tortorella, if you're brave enough to test the waters, go ahead, but
Honestly,
you're
though,
definitely going to feel the wrath of him.
I don't know one coach that wouldn't have he's basically saying, when you play for this team, you stand for the anthem.
But here's the other...
He's not saying that it's his personal view, that he's saying you're a member of this team, you stand up. If you have a problem with that, don't play. And I'm fine. Like, people can believe... in the United States has freedom, that's their thing. Like, if you want to sit for the anthem, you have the right to do it, but I don't necessarily think he's saying that they're wrong for doing it. I think he's just saying this team stands up, you're a part of this team, you stand up.
And it's also like a respect thing and all that. In regards to the team, again, it's not about... Yeah, go ahead.
Well, the difference between, I guess, like, and what's the guy's name on ESPN First Take? Not Skip Bayless, but the other guy.
Shannon Sharp.
No, no. Oh, what's his fucking name?
Skip Bayless?
Not Skip Bayless, the other guy.
The coach?
The guy that always has the hottest of takes.
Jonathan Coachman.
No.
That's Skip Bayless.
It's not Skip Bayless. It's the other guy that's on ESPN First Take.
Oh,
that's
loves
still
Kobe
there.
Bryant.
Yeah. You know who I'm talking about. Nonetheless, he said that John Tortorella should get fired, that shouldn't be allowed. The difference between what Colin Kaepernick is doing, and I'm sure you could, we can have a long discussion about this, but I don't want this taking too long. The difference between what Colin Kaepernick is doing and what the USA World Cup team is doing is Colin Kaepernick is representing himself and the San Francisco 49ers when he sits down. It wasn't his choice to play for the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, obviously he signed a contract, so I guess at the end of the day it was his choice. But it wasn't his choice that he has to listen to the American National Anthem. However, players that are on the USA World Cup team, they are representing their country. They are representing the people who do everything they do for the country, whether that's military or just whatever. So you show respect for what you're doing. It says home of the free and home of the brave and land of the free in their fucking jersey. You're representing that
home
flag.
Home of the free, land of the brave.
What? Home of the free, land of the brave?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
Yes.
Whatever.
We know what it is.
We're not American.
Nonetheless.
I should know. I have shirts with
with America, you're representing your country. You're choosing to play there. You're choosing to represent them. So fucking stand for the anthem.
Oh, you're talking about the ladies?
The USA World Cup team. And I'm fine with what Tortorella said. There's a time and a place for protests like this. World Cup is not one of them.
No, not when you're representing your own country.
Not when you're representing your own country. If you want to do it, let's say in a Dallas versus Buffalo game, by all means, go ahead. Go ahead. Go right ahead. Well, if Kyle Palmieri is playing against JT Miller and it's the Rangers versus the Devils and they both want to sit, go right ahead. That's what this protest is about. It's starting a conversation. Not when you're representing your country
but it's
on
also,
a world stage.
I hate how someone brought it up in the question period with under 23. I did they bring it up? Well, it wasn't addressed, but someone asked Seth Jones because are there any other African Americans?
I think JT Miller, isn't he?
On
he
Columbus.
On Columbus. Oh, I don't know.
Seth Jones for sure, but maybe JT Miller.
No, he's New York Rangers.
Yeah, okay.
Is he white?
Yeah.
Why? There's somebody I'm thinking. Kevin Hayes, maybe?
On the Devils. Devontae Smith-Pelly.
Devontae Smith. Okay.
He's Canadian.
I clearly am. I'm mixing.
Doesn't matter.
faces
Either
up
way,
in
it's
my
like
head.
when they brought it up, I'm like, ugh. The moment this came a thing and they asked Tortorella, I'm like, someone's gonna ask Jones. They have to. What do you want? Like,
What are you looking for? No, I'm not, or yes, I am. Really, at the
he's
end of the
coach.
day,
I kind of like my job. I understand the
Actually-
situation, but
I'm gonna go rogue here for a second.
Greg's thoughts.
This is my own personal thoughts.
Disclaimer.
Not at all with what the podcast represents.
I will not support
But
whatever comes out of this mouth.
at the end of the day, what Kaepernick was doing was trying to start a conversation about the problem with racism in the United States. Instead of who the fuck is sitting and standing for a national anthem. It's not about who the fuck sits and stands. It's about what you're trying to do to prevent racism from gaining any more traction wherever you might be. And the problem with the media, and I'm sorry, media fanboys out there, is that they're focusing on who's sitting and standing and not what the overall message is. The overall message is there's a problem with racism in the United States of America. There's a problem with racism here in Canada. All over the world there is. But instead of focusing on the real issue, which is racism, we're focusing on who is sitting and standing for a national anthem, which is absolute bullshit, and that is not the conversation that Colin Kaepernick was trying to start. It was, are you going to sit today? Oh, which player is going to sit today? That's not what it's supposed to be about. And that's just my personal opinion. And that's my hot take for today.
That was nearly not nearly as bad as
No,
I thought
that
it was going to
definitely
be.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like how Dan and I are like, here we go. We've been
Other
through this
people are
again.
like, time to buckle up. Half-cut Greg's ready to go.
Oh yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna round out World Cup.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the last thing I want to round out World Cup with
It
was...
starts on Friday.
Starts on Friday. Alex Ovechkin yesterday was inside the locker room of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Russia got to sit inside that locker room. He said it was a little bit weird. Also, during said interview, he said that the playoff format currently is a little silly. He didn't think that it was fair that they had to play Pittsburgh because what does winning the President's Trophy really mean if you have to play against the second best team when it comes to that point in the
Would he be
playoffs?
saying that if they had beaten them?
That's my thought. Is would they really?
Probably not.
But at the same time,
It's not.
do you miss the old format? Where we would just get literally, you'd have 1 versus 8 and then they reseed after every single time.
Especially now, there's only 4 divisions. Have the 2 top division leaders get the top 2 spots. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And then the next 6, just take the next 6 best teams.
Why? And that's
Why
the thing.
not?
Then Washington.
The wild card is stupid. I don't like it.
And this is our 3rd year with. I think this has been 3 years now with this format, and this will be our 4th, I believe, this year.
And I still think when it gets to the final 4, they should rank them 1 to 4 and do it that way.
That's travel costs. It's travel costs.
But
That's the
come
reason
on,
why.
it's 1 series.
But then
New York and LA played in the final
Hey.
last 3 years ago. That was the farthest you could have been, probably.
I know, but what they're saying is let's look at the final 4 from that year. It was what New
Chicago,
York,
LA, New York,
Montreal.
Montreal. So then what you have is you have Montreal, Chicago, so you have the cost there. Then you have
Montreal,
New York,
Chicago
LA.
is not far at all.
Well, no, but what I'm
No,
saying,
they didn't play each other. It's what,
But
like hotel
it's
costs?
just
But it's out of.
it's increasing costs, and that's the issue the league has. Would I love to see it? 100%. Means we could have a Toronto Montreal series. We could have a Chicago Winnipeg series. We could have a Vancouver. Let's be honest, there's no Vancouver. We could have an Edmonton Calgary series for the Stanley Cup.
They're
which
never
would be-
going to
They
do.
want to build rivalries.
They're never
Yeah.
going to do 1 to 16 because it's just that's too much.
There's too much cost there.
But why
1 to
not
4?
do when you get to the final 4, 1 to 4?
Oh, you're saying like
It might-
East, West,
So-
North, like
No. He's saying
Take
when
the
you're
final,
in the final
4
4
teams, take where they finished during the year, rank them 1 to 4, and that's who plays. 1 plays 4, 2
oh
plays 3.
yeah, I'm down to that.
So say
Now-
That'd be
so
sweet.
say at the end of the year, you get to the end of the year, and I'm just throwing it out there. Say Winnipeg's 1 and Calgary is 4. Or
and then Toronto
Winnipeg,
and
Tor-
Philly.
yeah,
Toronto,
or-
Philly. There you
Oh
go.
no, wait, because then you'd
Or
have to still get your
you
2
go-
West and your 2 East.
Say,
Yeah, you still have your 2 West, 2 East.
Say you go
regardless.
Calgary's 1, Toronto's 4, Edmonton's 2, Montreal's 3. It could be Calgary, Montreal, or Calgary, Edmonton in the finals. I'm
That'd
just
be
throwing that out there, but that's possible.
Dan, do you know what the number
It should
one
happen.
issue? Do you know what the number one issue with what you just said was? It makes too much sense, and the NHL
I
doesn't
know.
like doing things that make sense. That's the issue.
To answer your question, yes, I do miss the
Because actually,
because I could understand matchups
If-
before they like I could be like, oh, when Philly beats this guy, they're gonna play this guy. Oh, they're definitely gonna play this guy
And
in the finals.
if you think about it, potentially the Stanley Cup final could be way less travel. What if Calgary
100%.
played Edmonton? What if Winnipeg played Minnesota?
But then we get into the like. I guess
The
no,
markets,
then we wouldn't.
too,
No,
then.
we wouldn't. We
I
wouldn't
get
fall
that,
into the issue.
and then you technically
There is
have
no
an
issue.
you could technically have a Western team win the Eastern Conference, but
why don't we
anyways,
just go back to the old?
The conferences at that point.
Yeah, let's just have a Smythe division and a Wales division or whatever they were called.
That's what I would
back in
do.
the day.
I would do it for
With
the
the
last.
21 teams.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 31.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the name
Vegas.
apparently got leaked today.
Oh, whoa!
What?
Hot take, go!
Hot take.
Nah.
Apparently, a trademark search for the group that owns the Las Vegas whatever.
Man, I love the internet.
Apparently, they trademarked Las Vegas Desert Nights.
Nice.
I'm okay
Nothing's
with that.
announced. They just the guy that owns them, his company. That if you there was a trade. They searched him, and there's a trademark application.
The Desert
for
Knights? Oh,
Desert
man.
Knights.
They're going to crush it when the Star Wars comes out because they always fucking go to that sand place.
Hey,
Fuck that sand
there's
place.
two different. There's
It's a goddamn galaxy. Stop going to the sand and snow. I want to see a jungle. I want to see more than a jungle.
They
I wanna
had
see-
jungle. Did you
You
not
want
see the
jungle?
forest moon of Endor?
Yeah, Yoda's
That's the
like-
forest moon of
Yoda's
Endor.
like, hey, move the spaceship. Mom, Yoda. I don't like sand.
That was Dagobah. That's not even a forest.
Oh, well,
that
it
was
looks
a
like
swamp.
forest. Why don't you?
Endor was a fucking forest.
Diversify,
It was called the
Star-
forest moon of Endor.
Guess what? Diversify Star Wars. I hate sand and it's stupid.
Would you
I
say
like the
it's
Desert
coarse
Knights.
and it just gets everywhere?
It gets in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
makes-
the
That's why
the
he
least
likes
of
the
your worries.
prequels. Fucking
I like the
loser.
prequels. There's nothing
Oh,
wrong
and because
with
that one scene
Because that one scene
where Anakin walks in and mows children, that's hilarious. They're like,
Wow.
oh my god, Anakin,
Wow.
how could you? And he's like, hey, if there's any way to make sure people know you're evil, walk into a room and just mow down children.
He's got a point.
This is
I
true.
don't condone his views.
None
but
of the
he's got a
views are, they're all my own. I'm just saying that is the reason why I loved the third one, is because Anakin's just like, you know what, if I'm going to be a bad guy, that's where you go.
Oh,
Go right for the
jeez.
livelihood. Go right at it. He didn't mess around with tauntauns.
So,
Families, gone.
if do you have a problem with people who say that number 7 is the best of this?
I
of the
don't
seven?
have any issue with that because
He has
it's
an
an
issue
actual
that my
decent
favorite
movie.
one is number 3.
No, 3 is the best of the prequel trilogy, but the prequels in general
The prequels
aren't
are
very
the
good.
best.
No, they're not. There's no there's a
You don't like Jay Binks. Why do you like Jay Bink? He holds it down.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Have you ever listened to the dialogue in the actual? It's awful.
Yeah, it's
The
understandable.
dialogue is awful. It's terrible.
How great are the graphics of 4, 5, 6? Which came out 1, 2, 3. Who makes films like that? Dan, please answer the question.
Okay, it's bad, but it came out in like the 70s.
It's God. I'm never.
It's
showing,
not even bad.
I'm never showing my children.
it holds
4, 5,
up well.
6.
It holds
if
up
I
well.
ever have children, not showing them 4,
It's
5,
not
6.
terrible.
I'll give them a
I just
spark
hate.
notes of it.
I just hate the part when they're stuck in the garbage bin for like.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, an hour.
no,
oh,
great
no.
scene.
It's
Great
closing.
scene.
It's closing on me.
Uh,
Oh no.
that-
There's only
Guess what?
that
It's still
part.
closing. Back from commercial break.
Hey, there's only 4 of the 5 main characters in there. It's fine. You don't need to worry about it.
God, it's so bad.
I like the original
Or
3.
3 of well. 3
I
of
also
5.
like the prequels and I like 7. I like them all.
To get back on,
I like
I
Star
will
Wars.
buy a Desert Knights T-shirt.
Yeah.
What's
Really?
going to be their slogan
And
for
a
the
Vander
Desert
Kane
Knights?
Desert Knights t-shirt.
Maybe
We are
should.
better than Arizona.
But like, I'm thinking like Sandy. We need a pun. Sandy lands.
Sandland.
Sandland.
Will their arena be called the Dune?
Ooh, that's good.
The Wasteland. That's what it should be called.
Why?
Mad Max.
There's no winds there.
Oh, Mad Max.
No, there's no
It's
winds
windy in Vegas, is it?
there. No, there's no winds there.
But why? So,
No winds. Winds.
Like, as in-
W-I-N-S.
Where's that
There's
today?
nobody
no,
winning
but
there.
what'd you say
The
again?
The
wasteland.
Wasteland.
Yeah, there's
Well, yeah,
no winds
that's
there.
great. That means the
Yeah,
wasteland because
exactly.
there are no winds.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
we're
the
all on
point.
the same
Yes.
page. Okay.
Oh my God, Cam.
Oh,
You're slow today.
who's? I want to know. We got to come up with a slogan for this team. Sell it to them.
I did see today that
In
they
the land
want
of the sand dunes.
that they want to nickname the new Rogers Arena, whatever it's called. In
Where the Ed
Edmonton.
Money Oilers are.
They want to nickname it the Mullet.
The mullet.
The Mullet.
Why? Why not
From
the
Ryan
oil drop?
Smith?
I saw a picture of Wayne Gretzky side by side. I don't know if it's because he had a mullet in the 80s. I don't know.
There's a lot of people with mullets in the 80s. It was the 80s.
Beats me. It's Edmonton. Nothing they do makes sense.
Okay.
Jesse Puljujarvi Dick can rock a mullet. I've seen
This
it.
is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Moving on.
Try and find a
TSN. Oh,
TSN.
no, before that. What were you
No,
going to say? What
well,
were you going to
we have
interrupt me
Jets
on?
news that we missed last week
Oh, this
because
is
it was
true.
on hashtag Tuesday news
Okay,
when we
fine.
do Monday podcasts.
Yeah.
Jets numbers, they changed them.
Oh, this is
One number in particular, not a fan of. Do not enjoy that name change. Connor Hellebuck's wearing number 37. He did get permission from the Snyder family, but I kind of wanted it to, like, number 11's, like, Rick Rippon's retired, I think, or honored.
It's
But,
honored.
like,
There's going to
you
be a
gotta
patch on the inside as well.
I understand
patch
there's going
for
to be a
Dan
patch,
Schneider.
but, like, you got to stand for something. The Jets don't have much to stand for in terms of, like, legacy for playing-wise. But, like, that was one of their things that they carried over.
Yeah, but they still have the award.
I know, but I really liked him honoring it. So
I wonder, but do we know that Atlanta honored it? Do we know there was no number 37? Because
yeah,
there wasn't.
There was never.
Okay.
Man,
I
after
like
that, yeah.
Okay, and I understand it.
I think it was more out of respect.
Yeah,
But still, like, why would they don't? They're not going to be retiring numbers anytime soon. The Jets, not in the next 10 years.
Well, clearly not, because the ruthless Sean Matthias just took Andrew Ladd's number.
Yeah, ruthless. And then number 21, if he plays, Quentin Howden.
Yeah.
And then we got 47, Brian Straight.
that's a weird number.
That's going to be you know what? If I see a Brian Straight 47, someone get a picture for me. I want to see that because I
will.
won't
That's
be
a funny
seeing it. Bermustrov, his third number in 5
91?
years.
Way
91.
way better than 6. 6 sucked.
Yeah,
I think he had to take 6 because he was in a time crunch and it looked like 8.
Maybe.
No,
You're
the
right.
reason Jordan Tutu wore number 55 for the first couple years in Nashville, because number 22 was taken with David Legwand, I think. Yeah. But anyways, number 55, he said when he looked in the mirror, it was 22 upside down. I'm dead serious. It's in an interview. That's how awesome Jordan Tutu is.
Well, when you have a couple drinks, you never know.
You bastard. Take it
And the
back.
other thing
Take it
with
back.
the Jets
I
is they're
can't.
going to have a special intro this year before every game that is done by the Winnipeg
A
Symphony
new
Orchestra.
intro.
Their own custom
Yeah.
theme song.
Like to
Theme
every
song.
game.
It's going to be the same one every
Yeah.
game. But
Oh, I thought it's like,
this-
we're playing the Oilers. They're really, really good. Like,
That's what it should be.
And then they have McDavid just skate out on his own.
Yeah.
One single beam of light.
Now, speaking of McDavid, where do you think TSN ranked him in the top 100 scorers for next season?
Like projected?
3.
Projected.
Easily top 10.
3.
I'm going to say 7.
3.
7.
3.
Go!
Where do you have?
Oh, I
3.
thought I got it right.
You have 3. Okay. Who do we have as number 1? Who do you think TSN ranked number 1?
Number 1?
Yes.
Sid Crosby.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if we could get top 5.
Okay. Sidney
Patrick
Crosby,
Kane.
1.
Patrick Kane, number 2.
We'll do this as a collective.
Okay. Do you guys want to rank them 1 to 5, or do you just want to see?
We're just
who's in
gonna
the
name
top
them.
5?
We're just gonna name them.
So you have
Patrick
Crosby
Kane.
and Kane already. Yes.
Jamie Benn.
Yep. 3.
Tavares.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tyler Seguin.
No.
No, we got injured too. Oh, we missed it. That was work coming.
Wait, let me think. It'll come to me.
Who did you say earlier today that you just mentioned and said that he
Hold
might
on.
be a top 10 player?
Eastern or Western Conference. Oh, Blake Wheels.
No,
who did we
he
say?
might be a top 10 player. Cam put his number around 7. Dan said around 3. Yet he's somehow
Shut
not a
the
top
hell
5.
up.
Number 2 in projected points, Connor McDavid.
How many? 86?
I don't have it here. It was honest from what I remember. Yeah,
Oh, no,
it was
wait.
somewhere in the 80s.
Elite counts to 65. He has 67.
No, somewhere. So 1 was Crosby, 2 was McDavid. I don't have their point totals here. 1 was Crosby, 2 was McDavid, 3 was Kane, 4 was Ben, 5 was Tavares. To round out the top 10 was Seguin, Ovechkin, Carlson, Backstrom, Thornton. So where do you guys think our big boy Blake Wheeler was ranked in this list?
I know.
Did you just name the top 10?
That was top 10.
He's going to be 13.
I saw that he was projected for 71 points. I don't know where that ranks.
Holy.
Where do you think it ranks
71
him?
and he's 11.
Where do you think it ranks him?
Well, he had 78 this year, and that was 6, so 14th
15th.
in the league.
Yes.
Where did he
Behind such players as Vladimir Tarasenko, Joe Pavelski, Claude Giroux, and then I don't remember who 14 is. Because
I
cut
just
it
want to
off.
mention, you said Sagan in top 10, right?
Yeah.
Sagan,
He's number 6.
It's kind of hard to argue that he's better than many of those players ahead of him.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's also because all of those guys who are ahead of him either have
And
a player
here's the thing,
equal
guys.
in caliber,
That's true.
and or they are like the clear-cut franchise.
Just-
Not that Blake Wheeler isn't.
Just a few names behind him: Nikita Kucherov, Anze Kopitar, Steven Stamkos, Ryan Getzlaf, Evgeny Kuznetsov, Phil Forsberg, Evgeny Malkin, Corey Perry, Artemi
Panarin.
Redman.
Jakub Voracek, Max Pacioretty, Patrice Bergeron, Phil Kessel, and Jason Spezza to round out.
No Johnny Gaudreau in the top 30 or whatever that was?
Oh, you know what? Maybe Johnny Gaudreau
Is
was.
Kucherov-
No, you know what? Gaudreau was between
Yeah.
Giroux and Wheeler. He was
He-
ahead of Wheeler.
Yeah, because he was up. I think he tied Wheeler for points last year.
Okay, so I didn't see Scheifele on this list,
Scheifele was
But-
projected to get 60, I think.
so he's probably like 35,
I
36.
think Buff was projected 54.
And for a D,
So-
that's okay.
And
How
I
many
think-
points
Little was projected 52.
out of these three players? Who do you think was projected for more points? Stafford, Kyle Connor, Patrick Laine.
Stafford, then Connor, then Laine. I saw that. They think Kyle Connor will have one more point than Patrick Laine, I'm pretty sure.
They have Stafford at 38 points.
Yeah.
Kyle Connor at 37. Patrick Laine at 35.
That's
And
a lot
then
of
people are
scoring.
mad. People are mad because they have Austin Matthews projected at 49. Now, hot take number 2. The reason why they have Austin Matthews, for those Winnipeg Jets fans that are enraged, if you think about it, Patrick Laine, second line player on a potential playoff contending team, should be in the mix all season. He'll be line 2, which means he might be on the first power play unit, probably not, probably on the second power play unit. He's playing with guys like Brian Little, along with potentially Kyle Connor or maybe Drew Stafford. Well, Austin Matthews is a first-line center on a team that's not going to do well, but he's going to be the one holding all the points down.
He
and
is
that's
the
why
offense.
He is the team. That is why
I say-
he's projected for more points than Patrick Laine. Not
Also-
because they think he is that much better than Laine, it's because of the roles they'll each be playing.
I think Laine will be on the top line. I don't see why you don't try.
Who are you demoting? Nikolai?
You can do Ehlers, why not?
You know what we should do? Battle to the death. Nikolai Ehlers, Patrick Laine.
I will say this. I will go on a limb.
Yep.
Laine hits 50 points this year.
Wow.
If he's
And if he doesn't, Dan, are you betting?
for a guy that's supposed to be the next Alexander Ovechkin and they give him 37 points, let's really.
Are you
No,
gonna-
35.
Wait.
If he's gonna be that
Wait.
good, he's hitting at least 50.
Are you confident in your 50?
Yeah.
Go.
50.
Are you going to treat some pizza this?
Sure.
Ah, yes.
Laine 50?
Oh my! So if under four, you know what? I'll give you the within 2. So I'll give you
Sure.
49 to 51. If he doesn't hit any of those, treats of pizzas. On Dan.
Wait, that makes
What? No.
That makes no
Dan's
sense.
buying you
No,
treats
no,
of
no.
pizza. I'm
You
trying to
mean-
get him to
no,
buy
no,
treats
no.
of
So he has to get 51 points.
No,
then.
no, 49, 50, 51. I'll
No.
give you the
He
swing.
just has to surpass 50.
I think
Oh,
he's getting
50
more
or
than
more.
50.
Okay.
Not exactly
I'm not saying he's
50.
getting 50.
Okay,
I'm saying he's
so-
getting at least
So
50.
Dan's, either way, Dan's buying his treats of pizza.
Yeah.
Yes! Ah,
Because, hot take, 43 points for Patrick Laine this season, plus an injury that's going to keep him out for 11 games.
I don't think it's unrealistic to expect him to get 50 points.
No, not
When he's gonna be arguably the second, well, probably the
He had
second,
over a point a game in the Finnish league, and like no one does that.
the second best
I
rookie in
think
the
over a
league,
point.
who apparently is just as good as Austin Matthews, but he's not a centerman. That's what they all said at the draft.
He didn't look that great in watching him play with Finland, but that's also because
He
he's
scored
playing-
tonight, and apparently he looked pretty good.
Well, the 10 minutes I missed then.
So I'm
no,
just
he
saying,
looked. Sorry, he looked great.
He's not-
just not standing out because he's playing against best of
But-
men.
he's not your run of the mill 8th, 9th pick the Jets normally get. He's potentially the best player, the best
He's
rookie
a
in the league. this
franchise
year.
player.
Yes, I don't think it's crazy to expect 50.
It'll be the first time. Oh, pardon me. It'll be the first time in a while that Winnipeg Jets have had a guy in the running for Rookie of the Year since Teemu Selanne and Dale Hawerchuk, and we all know how those
Watch
guys'
your mouth,
careers.
Ilya Kovalchuk, Danny Heatley nominated in the same year.
I
It's the
said
same
Winnipeg
Shut the
Jets.
hell up, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Wait, Denny Heatley, same rookie year as Kovalchuk?
Heatley won it. Kovalchuk didn't, but he broke his shoulder with like 30 games left.
Whoa. Look at this guy.
I know.
That's why he's here.
Facts. Hashtag
Facts.
facts. You know who doesn't use... Oh, okay.
No, who doesn't use facts?
Well, who doesn't use facts and likes to talk behind their players' backs? Michel Therrien.
No kidding.
Allegedly. Now
a
this
Montreal coach being an asshole to his players.
This
Oh!
this isn't confirmed. Apparently, it was off the record to a couple of his closest friends, but somehow it got out to the media. Now, granted, the person who did leak it, we don't know how So just don't take the word. Take it with a grain of salt. Well, we'll put it that way. They might not be true. Don't ostracize us if it is incorrect. However, Michel Therrien has now said Max Pacioretty is the worst Montreal Canadiens captain in the history of the franchise. Period.
Okay, that's an easy go. Look at the history of their captains. They're unbelievable. Yeah, you have to give them more than a year. Even, who was their previous captain? Gianta?
Gianta, yeah.
Still pretty solid captain. Saku Koivu? Well, he was pretty good too. His legacy. Yeah. I don't disagree with him because he said it for 1 year. And it was one of the worst years ever for them. Of course. I'm with him on this one because it's easy to crap talk a guy with not a great season. And it was his first year of captaincy.
Yeah, okay, but even if you think that, why do you say it?
Because it's Michel Therrien. He's the guy who's got pass go-kart. His dad's a cop or something. I don't know. He's just a dick.
Is it not the coach's decision who the captain is?
No, he left it to the room. The players voted. And yet somehow PK Subban didn't make it. But hey, Weber's there now.
You know what?
It's fine.
If he said that, then he just proves that he is an idiot.
He's going to be great on the TSN panel halfway through the year.
He's not. No, TSN will not accept him because
they let Tortorella join the party.
Nonetheless, you can understand Tortorella. Therrien has a very thick French accent. It is tough to understand him when he's speaking English. And that's not a knock on him, but it's a knock on him.
That is a knock.
What Greg's trying to say is he's not trying to be racist.
That's not racist. How is French a race?
That's linguistical.
Prejudice.
I am being no, I'm just saying.
Linguistical? Boom.
That's not being prejudiced, just saying that his English accent isn't as good as he can speak French.
Yvonne Cornoy has quite the heavy accent.
He could be on TVN Sports or TVA or whatever it's called, or RDS. He can do that.
I said you aren't saying it in a racist way. You're just saying that's the problem.
No, I'm defending myself. I'm not letting myself.
It's not a race thing. We're talking about the language thing.
That's fine.
Greg's racist because I'm trying to defend him, but he's not, and he's arguing with me. So
there you go.
He is.
You know who the real racist is?
We glanced over real quick. Tyler Seguin got hit by Ryan Kessler, and he's been out ever since. And Sagan, I said, I hope. Anyways, he probably won't be going forth with Team Canada, and the word that his injury might carry over into the
regular season.
Tyler Sagan.
Yeah, he's out, and Ryan O'Reilly is his replacement.
Sweet mama. By the way, Joe Pavelski made my heart stop for a few moments there when he ran Giroux after the whistle. And then Giroux went to the room, and I'm like, well, great.
There goes our season.
Can't wait for Nolan Patrick. Sweet. Oh, I think I've talked about this real quick. Went down the I keep going down the Flyers roster. Going to be interesting to see, but Konechny's not making that team because they don't have contract space. They don't have the enough.
They have the limit of 50, and they've signed them all?
I don't know who's playing in the AHL. So Konechny, hot take, real low take on low broil, because it's probably going to be right. Going to be wearing a letter for Team Canada in December.
What about Radko Gudas? What's he going to be doing for Philadelphia?
Radko Gudas is starting the season. You shut your mouth. He's awesome. You shut your mouth.
Isn't he on Team Europe?
What?
Isn't he on Team Europe?
He was, and then he got injured. He hurt his hip.
Oh, because he's shit.
And he was on Czech Republic first.
Okay, sorry.
Fuck you guys. You guys are going to come around to Gudas.
He's terrible.
He's great. You don't even watch him. Every team has a shutdown demon.
Seen him play.
He's not a shutdown demon.
He's a shutdown demon.
He gets walked.
He's shut down demon.
He's as useful at defense as this pen is right now.
He's a shutdown.
I'll tell you.
You throw this pen on the ice and he does.
You're not going into the corner with Gudas. You'll go into the corner with that pen.
I'll go in the corner with Gudas. I'm not scared of him.
You should be.
I'm not.
He murders people.
Why? Because his name's Radko Gudas.
He tries
and
to
he's
murder
not
people.
good.
I saw him once try and run Andrew Ladd. Andrew Ladd dropped a shoulder into him. He dropped like a sack of bricks, got up, tried to fight him, and got the shit kicked out of him.
That's where Dan has the one opinion. The one opinion. Gudas.
Oh, and also watching him.
The number 2
also
opinion.
watching him in the playoffs, he's fucking awful.
He's great.
How many times
And
have
you're
you
paired with
walked on
Brandon
average?
Manning, and you got a great pairing. Go ahead.
A great pairing where? In the
look like an
ECHL?
all-star.
Who's Brandon Manning? The best defensive, because you guys don't even know who he is. Now you see me, now you don't. That's the best kind of
I'd probably take him over Gudas.
You hope you would. If Brandon Manning's got that offensive.
Wasn't
Gudas
he?
got the bomb, though.
Neither of them are good.
You guys.
Neither of them
you know
are
what?
worth.
When
He
Gudas
scored 2 goals in his whole career, and they came in the same game. So Cam, he's got Eric.
He had 4 goals last year.
He has
Fuck
Eric
you guys.
Grady syndrome. He has one good game, and that's it. Best fucking player
I like
in the world.
him. Okay, you don't need to be good.
Eric Tangradi, you love him?
No,
You want-
God,
wish
no.
he was
I
a,
do this.
Oh,
No, I don't want Tank.
I don't trust
was
anybody.
Tangrady's? Oh,
I don't trust
I don't know what
anybody.
Tangrady is right now. I can't answer that question.
I don't trust anybody named after cheese.
now
You're lucky I
Okay.
can't think of any other cheese players right now.
we have to move on
We
because
good?
something just came to mind that we didn't tease earlier in the show,
Go.
and it came into mind because of Eric Tangrady. And who else was on the Winnipeg Jets team around the same time Eric Tangrady was on the team?
Goochmeister.
Devin
Oh, yeah.
said it Gucci. Now, you guys know more about the story than I do, so...
Did you read the article?
I did.
Did you read the article?
I did not.
We'll tweet an article.
Well,
It's a must.
I remember you guys said some stuff when he was here that there were
Rumble Bumbles.
rumble bumbles that he had a bit of a drinking problem. This article basically chronicled his whole
Time here in Winnipeg.
his
His
whole career.
NHL
He's
drinking.
he's had a drinking problem his whole life essentially. It got worse and worse and worse and worse to the point where the year he was here was when it got really bad. He said he'd go to practice, he'd go over to Shark Club, have 5 or 6 beers, go home, sleep, come back, play the game. Like every day. Said he felt kind of alone here because the guys his age all had families and stuff and didn't really go out. And he said he'd go out with the younger guys, but none of them drank. So he kind of felt alone, and allegedly he also, correct me if I'm wrong, he met a guy on the street that sold him cocaine, and he said he did it every day.
I didn't remember that part.
He would go to practice, he'd go across the Shark Club, start drinking, do cocaine, go home, go to bed, wake up, go back to practice, go to the game. After the game, go drink. And he said he said he did it all year, and he's surprised he didn't die.
And to the
And
point
he's-
where... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying to the point where apparently like a month or 2 into the season, he found out that Shark Club was owned by the Jets, and that they had found out
That's
about
the
him.
club he went to?
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to think what club it was. Okay. I was like, what
They
club?
said a bar across the street that's owned by the Jets. So where else is it going to be?
Well, no, I thought it was the Met.
The Jets don't own that though.
So then...
And
had
it
to
wasn't
be-
open at the time.
Oh.
But like
Shark Club is like literally you can walk inside from the MTS Center. It's attached to a shopping center, and it's a top level of the shopping center.
But
It's a
anyways,
Shark Club.
it got so bad that Chris
There are no sharks inside the Shark Club, which is very disappointing to everyone
Yep.
I know.
Chris Versteeg is a good friend of his, and he's in the article, and he said that he had like Andrew Ladd would call him and say, he's not okay, he needs help. So he said that players were, they were all aware of it, and he said that he was in he said the reason he had such a bad year, he said he was in no physical condition to play.
Well, when you're bombed every day.
And he said a lot of he kind of like he said he blamed the coach, he blamed the GM, he blamed not just here but his whole career. He always blamed everyone else for for him not doing well. And he even said before he said he'd be able to drink a beer or two before a game and still get a goal and an assist. And he said he never thought anything of it because he could drink and still produce. But then he slowly slipped and he ended up, I think the year after he was here, he signed with Calgary and then he got sent to the AHL and
then it got really bad there.
And then he got really bad there. He also had a lot of depression, and then he went to, and then after that, no one. I think he had a PTO with the Leafs last year.
Yep.
This was before that though. He went to somewhere in Europe to play for a year, and he met a guy in a bar who was like an older.
No, Europe he turned it around. It was in AHL with the Blues where he met a guy who was having Jameson.
Jameson, like an older guy in the bar, retired. His wife passed away, and he was there. He said it got so bad he drank 2 bottles of Jameson a day for a couple months.
Yeah, to the point where when he went to go fly out,
he was
have a
coughing up
tryout or
blood
something?
because he had a blood ulcer.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the point where he was like,
well, it got so bad near the almost the end of the article where when it's finally coming around to him going to rehab where he was supposed to fly out for a tryout with I want to say the Blues or someone like that. It was still in NHL, I think. Don't quote me. Either way, he went to go fly out and he's sitting in the airplane bar and he's he started shaking because he was having withdrawals and then he just broke down and was crying and the bartender's and he's just keep feeding me shot or drinks and he called the rehab the head doctor at the NHL Rehabilitation Center, and the doctor said, "You have to keep drinking until I see you, else you'll die from withdrawal."
Yep.
That's how bad it was.
Fuck.
read the article. It's
very.
I read it and I was
it's
wow.
very good.
Isn't he on a
eye-opening.
PTO now with
LA Kings?
With the LA Kings. So let's hope this story has a happy end because this is the things you don't want to see happen.
No.
To anyone.
He was on 1290 here, which is the local radio, the same day the article came out, and he was on Hustler and all this, and he said that Evander Kane and Chris Thorburn, they would come over to his house and dump all his booze out.
And
try
Mark
and stop-
Scheifele would drive him around
Yeah.
to make sure that he didn't drink.
So it sounds like most of the guys here were
They're good
Supporting
shits. Is what
even
they are.
and I even saw this, and it was a tweet that said he said Evander Kane used to come and dump his booze out all the time, and someone said, "Oh, Kane did something nice." So for it sounds
I
like,
think it's not all about him all the time. I think he...
Yeah.
Well, and at
He
certain
saw.
points like this, when someone's at that point in their life, it's not a you issue at that point. It's you're helping them because you want someone to. You'd rather have them alive than dead.
Yeah.
Which is actually what most people should be doing.
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
Yeah.
Continue. More PTOs that were signed.
Oh yeah. Seven Giunta, try it with the Islanders. Chris Versteeg, try it with the Oilers. Dan, 2 with the Canucks. Tuomo Ruutu and
James
Shepard of the Sharks. Any interesting news? I should have said it earlier. Speaking of symphonies, Shane Doan will be conducting the Phoenix Symphony on Friday for the Star Spangled Banner, you turncoat. Yeah,
What?
he's conducting.
He's Canadian!
I know. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Hold on 1 second. Say Shane Doan again.
Shane Doan.
Traitor!
Turncoat. Killer. Nope. Liar. Thief. Nope. Anti-flag. Never mind. All right. Oh, well, it's kind of a downer to bring it up now, but the Sharks are going to have their own beer. It's called Chum Red Ale, and their slogan is, "It'll leave you circling for more." Now that's a slogan. Desert Knights.
1 second.
Take note. Take note.
1 second. This is what that deserves.
Yeah, the Wiserhood.
Yep.
Oh, George Peros has joined the NHL Player Safety, a part of the Committee for Disciplinary Decisions. No, dude, these are the guys who should be making decisions.
Exactly.
Because they made them. They made those decisions.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
no, I love
George
it.
Peros is also a very intelligent person. Have you
Harvard-
ever heard him
Harvard
speak?
graduate.
Princeton.
That was
Princeton.
Harvard.
No, that's Craig Adams. It's Harvard.
Oh, Ivy League. Let's cover all of it. Ivy League.
Ivy League. There we go.
What's it going to say? Captain Fisher of the Predators.
Mike Fisher.
Mike Fisher.
You mean Mike Underwood?
Mike Underwood.
Because...
Does that make Carrie Underwood an assistant captain of the Preds?
Yes.
It does.
Yes, it
It
does.
does.
Why doesn't she just do she could just be in-house at the Nashville Predators
No,
Arena.
they
and
have an
make
in-house band.
Do they?
I would never want to play for that in-house band. Carrie Underwood is married to one of the players. She's judging you the whole time. I'm like, are you gonna? Ooh, you know what, guys? Let's practice real hard. Dan, I already know you can play guitar. Can you sing?
No.
Fine, I'll sing. Can you play drum or bass?
No.
Slap at the bass?
No.
Cello, it's a bass. No? Cello? We're going to be a country band, and we're going to cover 2 Black Cadillacs in Nashville as an in-house band, but we got to make sure Carrie Underwood's there.
There's one country song Cam likes, and what is it?
2 Black Cadillacs. Oh, or One Man's Train.
You don't like that song. You
It's
mock country
never
music with that
man's
song.
gold. She was a single mom, never.
No, enough.
I love that song so much.
No, you don't love it.
It's the best.
No, you hate. You
It's
love
about
to make
the
fun
guy
of
being
it.
a piece of shit. Like, this
Yeah.
guy's a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. I have to tweet that song. I don't even know the name of it. I'm gonna
It's called
type it.
Dean Brody, One Man's Trash.
No, it isn't.
Yes.
No.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
I'm not even joking. That's legitimately what it's called.
I won't even start with country music lyrics. Oh.
Oh.
What? Have
All
you
right.
ever seen the Bo Burnham pandering country music thing?
I haven't.
When Cam, you're gonna tweet this out as well. Bo Burnham country music, hilarious, so funny because he literally sums up every country song in a hilarious 2-minute and 34-second video. It's not actually 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Now to wrap up the show, what came out today, guys? Does anyone know? Do you know?
I do.
I do. We got questions.
I do.
What came
We
out
got
today?
a rapid fire question.
Nonetheless, but what came out today?
NHL 17.
Bioshock
Exactly.
Remastered Collection.
No, fuck Bioshock.
Yep.
You know what came out today? NHL 17.
I
Greg
said
played
that.
one
You know
game.
what?
What does Greg think of it? Was slow.
You know what?
That's
Fuck
all.
NHL 17 because I'm not paying $80 goddamn for the same game every year.
Yeah, I should really stop
The
doing
graphics have changed.
The graphics changed 2 years ago.
They have
15
changed.
sucked. 16 was a much better step. I'm stopping there because it's the same game.
Okay, well,
That's
we'll
my-
fly right in. We'll
That's
fly
my
right into our
semi-angry
questions.
rant about that.
Racist fan rocks for.
Oh boy.
Make a-
Races.
Oh.
It's
Oh, you
not
know what? No,
racist.
you know what? I'm gonna go backwards.
Cam made it sound like racist.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
it sounds racist like. Okay, here. I gotta start. I gotta go backwards. Okay. Enough.
There it is.
Cod Nation. Hey guys, what's your opinion on Tyler Johnson? Would you like him to come to Winnipeg? Robbie
Yes.
from Spokane. Go
Yes.
Chiefs, go.
Yes.
Of course.
Actually, yeah. Who would? Hey, isn't Kucherov gonna
Not
be
signed yet.
gonna be hard to be in the top 20 when
they're
you're not
gonna
signed? Jojo Brownie 57 is a woo 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 part of the intro. It is.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That was me doing the woo woo.
Vince
woo.
hasn't heard it yet.
Yeah. Oh God. Vince McMahon. Watch Delete or Decay if you haven't seen. Have you seen Final Deletion?
Here's the thing,
Watch
though. Like,
Delete
I
or
don't
Decay.
watch
let's
subpar
be
wrestling.
let's
It's
honestly,
great. It's so funny. It's 20.
But let's
you should watch
let's
it.
be real
I
here.
know.
I'm pretty sure he would like this program because
No.
It's
the-
not
no,
PG.
No, the whole that's true. We'd be more like the
The
WWF.
WWF was totally PG.
Yep.
All right. First comment. So, Racist Fan Rocks 4. The Flyers should...
Was
should,
Racist Fan Rocks
4.
2 taken? Just quick question.
I don't know.
Question back to you.
Was 1 to 3 taken? That's what I wanted.
The Flyers should...
Just number 2.
The Flyers should time out to enter Well, I think it said the Flyers should come out to enter Sandman because of ECW. Follow-up question.
Yeah, fair enough.
Make a team of first-line WWE, or CWC, Cruiserweight Classic stars. My line would be, for hockey, so my line would be TJ Perkins as my left wing, Finn Balor as my right wing, Kevin Owens as my center. So just forwards. So if you're making a forward line of wrestlers, I actually thought about this because I read this ahead of time. You're going to want a two-way versatile center.
You don't want Kevin Owens.
No,
You want Mr. Yeah, the whole
Mr.
effing
Universe?
show, not
Hold
Rob
on.
Van Dam.
I'm
Owens.
starting with, you need a versatile two-way centerman. Okay? That's Seth Rollins starting center for me.
See, I'm
Left
the same
wing,
way.
wait.
Fee.
The Mathan. My left wing, yeah. My left wing, okay, am I going to have a speedster line? Like, I want to have
I have mine. Can I just say it?
Go, do it.
Okay. You need your versatile, dependable centerman who's always there. Chris Jericho.
Bravo. Yes.
You need your speedster who's going to burn it up and put the puck in the net. AJ Styles.
Oh,
Yeah.
you bastard.
And then
I know where
you
he's going
need
with this one. Okay.
Your muscle, your Dustin Bufflin, Samoa Joe.
Oh, no.
That's mine.
Damn it, that's a good
Okay,
top line.
see, okay.
That's mine.
Fuck.
Here's my issue: is I don't really know a lot about wrestling, so we're gonna go with this. For your centerman, now what are some of the best centers in the league? Yeah, that's right. They're like Joe Thornton. They're hardy veterans that are still in the prime of their careers. So we go with Randy Orton as
Not
first
what I
line
thought you
center.
were going.
Oh, no, I thought he was...
I thought he was going.
Yeah, Cena.
No,
I seen that.
I wasn't going there.
No.
I'm going Randy Orton.
Okay.
All right.
Then you need the young guy that's an up and comer. Might get injured every once in a while, but up and comer Finn Balor.
Okay.
Is it Finn Balor or is it Finn Balor?
Balor.
Balor.
B. That's what I thought.
Is it a pan situation?
Pam.
Yeah, no, so you got Finn Balor, Randy Orton.
And then I'm gonna go with my right winger, being the guy that fights everyone, the Undertaker.
Oh, shoot.
Well done.
Ooh. God, you guys are dicks. It's so
So
hard.
you got
Okay.
an RKO, you got Undertaker, and you got the Demon himself, Finn Balor.
Okay, damn it. Okay, I'm going with Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
for sure. I'm
You can
so...
copy it. Doesn't matter.
No, I'll switch it. I don't want to use the same guys as you. I was good. You know, I got it. Seth Rollins, I got it. Then you got Sami Zayn.
See, I like Sami Zayn too.
No, and then
Yeah.
you know what? I need a big guy. I need a big guy to kind of enforce, but like have the boomer of a shot. Cesaro.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I want to take Bray Wyatt, but then it's like, oh, well, why wouldn't I take Kevin Owens at that point?
Yeah.
What about taking?
I'd take KO.
Would
Oh, I
none of
want
you guys
to.
want Roman Reigns?
Romy Reigns?
None of you guys want Roman Reigns?
No.
I don't want Dion.
He's
You
the
can be
wild
captain of
card.
my- You can be the
He's the
captain
wild
of my
card. I don't want-
AHL team.
I don't want Dion Phaneuf.
He's the wild
Yeah,
card.
there you go. He's the Dion. Perfect. He's a Dion Phaneuf of the wrestling
Like he's not
world.
bad, but he's just not nearly as good as everyone.
Makes him bleed out to
They
be.
just tried.
You
too
know,
hard.
damn it. No, I'm sticking with my guys. I so wanted Ruru, though. I love Ruru.
Who's
Rusev.
Rusev? Oh, Rusev.
I love me some Ruru. Because with Ruru, you get Lana.
Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you the video after. Have you seen the Vine of the kid that does the John Cena with the nose trumpets
No?
or the nose recorders?
Oh, my goodness.
I'll show you that.
Okay, are we going to close this out? Let's close
Yes,
it out.
we are, because we got a hockey game to play.
We gosh darn hot.
Everyone go wish us luck right now, yes, because the game's over by the time you hear this.
Yeah.
So
You'll
wish
hear
us
it.
luck.
Yeah?
Okay, Okay, check us out on Twitter at LastManInPC. On YouTube, Last Man In Podcast. If you want to email the show, lastmaninpc@gmail.com. And for everything else, tune in next week for more